Hey guys, and I guess welcome to the very first episode of Money Mondays with Morgan. I'm super excited here with you guys. Like I said in the previous video, if you guys watched that, um, I've been doing a lot of research, investing a lot of my time, learning a new skill or learning different tricks and hacks here and there that can help benefit you guys in the future and help with a lot of savings of financial stuff as well too. So I'm pretty excited here to share some of what I learned these last months, pulling crazy like long days trying to soak up all this beautiful and wonderful information here for you guys, and I'm excited to learn and teach it to you guys as well too. So I'm going to start with these videos like every Monday. I'm going to be dropping with you guys, I guess hence the name Motivation Mondays with Morgan. And sorry, not Motivation Mondays, wow. Money Mondays with Morgan, to help get you guys prepared and set for later down the years in your life as well too, and also learn a few skills here and there, or some words, or even some hacks that the wealthy are doing that really separate us, or what they know that really separates the average person from the knowledge that they have. So I'm really excited to drop that off, if that even made any sense for you guys, because I know I tongue tipped there a little bit. But anyways, let's just get right into it, and I will share this with you guys as well too. Now, for the first few videos, I'm going to make it super easy, because as we go deeper and we dive deeper into this as well too, you guys, I'm going to start making it super simple. And as we have more videos and dive into more of these topics, it's great to know at least the basis of what it is, because I'm not going to try to slow down later down the road. But if you guys have any questions later down the road, definitely send me a DM or drop it in the comments below, and I will definitely answer those here for you guys. Any confusion or anything like that as well too. But yeah, let's get right into it. So like I said in the title, today's video is going to be all about the one thing that you should all know in terms of, I guess, I don't even know what the title of the video is going to be. But anyways, I'll just share this with you guys. So I'll start it off with, I guess, like, for all of you guys that are working a regular 9 to 5 or a regular job or anything like that, at the very beginning of your job, because I remember when I started working, you always get these little forms, these employment work papers or anything like that, where you have to go through and just sign a bunch of the forms and everything like that. And most of the time, I don't know if you guys have read it, I've probably read only 2 in my entire life, and most of it is just super long. It just doesn't make sense, and you're just signing here and here, and it just makes it super simple, right? Now, somewhere in those forms, depending on where you guys work and if they even offer it, you're gonna see a little thing where it says, who do you want to name as your beneficiaries? And this one is crazy, because I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what beneficiaries are, how they are helpful, and besides just naming anyone as a beneficiary, you want to understand, or just even naming family as beneficiaries, you want to understand why you're doing this. Now, personally, I know when I was doing it, I just was like, all right, well, this is the person I want to give money to, this is the person I want to give money to, this is the person I want to give money to in case I were to ever die. But there's actually a deeper reason on why the wealthy will always name beneficiaries as well too. Now, I'll make this super simple here for you guys, keep this video super minimal so I don't lose any of you guys. But if you guys have ever signed your papers at work or anything like that, or you guys ever got insurances or anything and they ask you for beneficiaries and you guys list them off, so this is something that's going to be super beneficial. And the reason why is because not only does it, naming the beneficiary leaves them with money in the case of you ever die, which is, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't ever happen, but not only does it protect you from that as well too, but what it also does too is it protects you guys from creditor protection if you guys were to ever pass away. So I don't know if you guys ever seen, I guess, well, this is a tough topic to talk about, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen, I guess to make it more lighthearted, if you guys are ever on Marketplace and you guys ever seen, I guess, estate sales happening, which are great because you get a lot of good things for super cheap because they're trying to sell them. But depending on what it is, in most cases, when people list beneficiaries, what happens is they have a lot of debt that they have going into their older years, which is unfortunate because paying off debt is a huge goal for a lot of people, and I know this. So when beneficiaries are listed, what happens is if you were to ever pass away, depending on if it's a non-preferred class or even a preferred class, and I'll get into it afterwards just a little bit. So whatever happens after you die, that named person will get X amount of dollars, depending, because I know when you guys sign those papers at work or anything like that, you can put a percentage to everybody. I know previously when I did, I put a percentage to everybody in my family, and I just thought that's how it worked, right? But that's actually not the case. So to get actually that creditor protection, because creditors, if you don't name any beneficiaries, what can happen is after you die, your death benefit or whatever you go to goes to your estate. So it goes to anything that you own. So generally just your estate, your home, whatever it is. But once it goes into your estate, creditors can come after it. And normally what happens is those creditors, wherever it may be, mortgages, debt, credit cards, student loans, or whatever creditors are out there, they'll come after that money. I hate to say, like hawks flying through the sky, they'll come and try to grab that money. And the reason why is they want to make sure your debt's paid off, because debt always lives with us and we're always passing it through generations if we don't take care of it. So what happens is when you name a beneficiary, especially a preferred class. So when I say preferred class, I mean anybody in your immediate family. So I'm talking about your parents, your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, your brothers, sisters, friends, family, coworkers. Those are all classified under the non-preferred class. And with the non-preferred class, they don't give you guys any creditor protection at all too. So as much as it's nice to leave something to your siblings at death or anything like that, keep in mind that since they fall under the non-preferred class, that you're not going to get any creditor protection at all. So when you do pass away, the creditors are going to come after that money that you are leaving to your siblings. So essentially leaving it in the preferred class would probably be best here for you guys if you want that creditor protection. If you guys want your death benefit or your money that they're going to pay you, knock on wood, hopefully you never pass away, and I hope that doesn't happen to any of you guys. But if you guys want to protect that income, your death benefit, definitely leave it within the preferred class. So your parents, your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, definitely the best place to leave that money to. And what happens is at that point, they get the creditor protection. So if you do pass away and you do have some debts left over, the creditors aren't going to go after that death benefit, and it's going to actually pass on to your family. It's actually, they're going to get the full amount of that, which is a huge benefit as well too, because you don't have to worry about anything happening to them if you were to ever die or pass away, which is great as well too. Now, to make it super simple for you guys, I guess I'll touch base on it just a little bit, but there's two different beneficiaries that you guys can get. You guys can get a revocable beneficiary, and you guys can get an irrevocable. Now, you guys aren't going to see this a lot of times when signing these documents. So what you guys need to know essentially is that anybody that's a revocable beneficiary is basically, if you want to change the policy, you're free to change it without notifying anyone. So at any time, I guess everywhere besides Quebec, because Quebec, I don't know, does its own little things out there. Normally it's Quebec and Ontario, but in this case it's Quebec. They do their own little thing out there with this, but most of the time it's going to be revocable anywhere else. So if you want to change the policy at any time, you are free to change the policy without notifying the beneficiary. So you can rename a beneficiary without ever letting them know that you've renamed a new one, which is great. I guess in cases of let's say you're single and you have no kids or family just yet, but you name one of your parents as a beneficiary just for now, or once you have that, once you get older, you have to start having kids, family, spouse, all that kind of stuff, and you want to rename the beneficiaries to your kids, your family, you can do that at any time, which is great. You don't have to go through any hassles. You can just change the policy. But once you go to, like, let's say an irrevocable beneficiary, where they can only be removed if the beneficiary consents. So what's happening is you're giving power of that policy to the beneficiary, and when you give power to the beneficiary at that point, everything's got to go through them. So if they don't give you consent to change anything, it's not going to happen, right? And you basically forfeit all control rights. So if you don't want anything to do with the policy or anything to do with who gets the money after death, you're giving it all to the beneficiary, and they're in control. Now, you might be thinking, why would anybody want to do that? Well, it's only because if the law mandates it. So if you have spousal or child supports or anything like that, that's when the law is going to be like, okay, well, we need an irrevocable. Or if you want to do a credit protection. So I know I talked about it a little bit earlier about how if you leave it in the non-preferred class, then basically what will happen is they get no creditor protection. Well, a loophole to get around that kind of is if you leave it in the irrevocable beneficiary, if they fall outside your direct family, so the preferred class, if they fall outside of that, so let's say siblings, friends, family, uncle, aunt, or anything like that, then they get the credit protection at that point if you put it as an irrevocable beneficiary. Other than that, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, leave down in the comments your number one key takeaway if you guys enjoyed it. I can go so much deeper into this, but I want to make sure this is a quick and easy video for you guys. And drop it in the comments below what you guys thought of it, if you guys enjoyed this kind of series, or even what kind of videos you guys want me to make around these topics about money and what happens in savings for the future as well too. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, or even send me a direct message. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.